What's up everyone, it's TS Consultant, and look, I'm going to be straight up with you. If you're running a business or thinking about starting one, you absolutely need to understand your P&L statement. This isn't just some boring accounting document, it's literally the lifeblood of your company. It tells you how much money you're making, how much you're spending, and whether you're actually turning a profit or just kidding yourself. Now I know what you might be thinking. TS Consultant, this sounds complicated, but trust me, it doesn't have to be. Once you break it down, it's actually pretty straightforward. And the best part? Mastering your P&L can be the difference between building a wildly successful, profitable business and, well, closing up shop. In this video, I'm going to share 10 essential techniques to help you not just understand your P&L, but actually use it to your advantage. We're talking revenue optimization, cost control, forecasting like a pro, the whole 9 yards. So grab a pen and paper, buckle up, and let's dive in. First things first, you can't master something you don't understand, right? So open up that P&L statement and let's break it down. It's divided into 3 main sections: revenue, expenses, and then that magical number at the bottom, your profit. Revenue is all the money coming in, expenses are everything going out, and the difference is your profit. Simple enough? Now don't just glance at these numbers. Dig deep. Break your revenue down by product or service. Where are you making the most money? Do the same for your expenses. Are there any costs that seem out of whack? This is where you start to see the real story behind the numbers. Okay, now let's talk about everyone's favorite topic, making more money. There are a few key strategies to boost your revenue. First up, expand that customer base. Get your marketing game on point, reach out to new demographics, and offer crazy value that people can't resist. Second, make sure your pricing is on point. Are you charging enough to cover your costs and actually make a profit? Don't be afraid to raise prices if you need to, but also stay competitive. And finally, keep a close eye on those discounts and unpaid invoices. You're running a business, not a charity, right? Alright, now let's talk about plugging up those money leaks. Controlling your costs is just as important as generating revenue, if not more so. Start with your direct costs. Those things directly related to producing your product or service. Can you negotiate better deals with suppliers? Are you managing your inventory efficiently? Next up, take a hard look at your overhead expenses. Do you really need that fancy office space, or are you just trying to impress people? And finally, think about ways to boost your operational efficiency. Can you streamline your production process, reduce waste, get more done with fewer resources? Chapter 4. Gross profit margin, your golden ticket. Let's talk about a key metric, your gross profit margin. This tells you how much profit you're making on each dollar of sales after accounting for your direct costs. The higher, the better. To boost this number, focus on things like reducing material waste and defects in your production process. The name of the game is efficiency. Can you automate any tasks? Also, take a look at your product or service mix. Are there any high-margin offerings you can focus on? Remember, it's not just about selling more, it's about selling smarter. Chapter 5. Fixed versus variable costs. Know the difference. Not all costs are created equal. You've got your fixed costs, things like rent and salaries that stay relatively stable regardless of your sales volume. Then you've got your variable costs, things like raw materials that fluctuate with production. The key here is to make sure your fixed costs are in line with your revenue trends. Don't be afraid to make adjustments if needed. And for your variable costs, always look for ways to optimize spending based on your actual business volume. Chapter 6. Cash flow management, don't run dry. Cash is king, my friends. You need to have enough cash on hand to cover your expenses and keep the lights on. This means managing your cash flow like a boss. First, make sure you have adequate cash reserves. Think of this as your emergency fund for your business. Next, improve your collection of receivables. Set clear payment terms with your customers, and don't be afraid to follow up if payments are late. And finally, delay any non-essential expenses until you have the cash flow to support them. Chapter 7. Forecasting and budgeting, plan for success. Look into your crystal ball. What does the future hold for your business? Okay, maybe you don't have a crystal ball, but you do have the power of forecasting. Create realistic monthly and annual budgets based on your revenue and expense projections. Use your historical data, market trends, and a little bit of intuition to make informed guesses about the future. And remember, Be flexible. Adjust your forecasts as needed based on market changes and your actual performance. Chapter 8. Don't just track your revenue and expenses blindly. You need to dig deeper and monitor key performance indicators, or KPIs, and financial ratios. These give you a more nuanced understanding of your company's financial health. Focus on metrics like your gross profit margin, net profit margin, operating expense ratio, and break-even analysis. These numbers will tell you how efficiently you're operating, where you can improve, and whether you're on track to meet your financial goals. Chapter 9. We live in the age of technology, so use it to your advantage. There are tons of amazing financial tools and software that can make managing your P&L a breeze. Invest in good accounting software to automate your reporting and free up your time. Consider implementing an enterprise resource planning or ERP system for even more robust cost tracking and analysis. And don't forget about dashboards and business intelligence, or BI tools, that give you real-time insights into your financial performance. Chapter 10. Managing your P&L isn't a one-time thing, it's an ongoing process of continuous improvement. Regularly review your P&L with your team, even if it's just for 15 minutes each week. Discuss what's working, what's not, and brainstorm ways to improve your numbers. Benchmark your performance against industry standards to see where you stand. And most importantly, stay agile. The business world is constantly changing, so be prepared to adapt your strategies based on economic conditions and market trends. So there you have it, folks. 10 essential techniques to help you master your company's P&L statement. Remember, this isn't just about crunching numbers. It's about understanding the financial heartbeat of your business and making smart decisions that drive profitability and long-term success. By implementing these techniques, you can improve profitability, reduce financial risks, and ensure long-term business sustainability. You'll be able to identify areas for improvement, optimize your spending, and make data-driven decisions that will take your business to the next level. Would you like a template or financial model to help track your P&L? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for more videos on business, finance, and engineering. Until next time.